I started off as a bird species on the far edge of the galaxy. Their average lifespan was around 60 years, but they made every year count. They were obsessed with technology, already building their first robots before they had even left their world. Unfortunately, they were immediately boxed in by empires that had emerged into FTL travel far before they had. Their dreams of expanding into distant worlds was immediately and brutally crushed after their first colony was bombarded into oblivion during an ill-fated first contact. Instead of expanding into planets, my people instead built habitats around dead worlds, watching with envious eyes as their hyper-religious neighbors claimed lush, verdant planets. They waiting, watching their old sicken and die, racked by disease and genetic weakness, while the incredibly long-lived religious neighbors often made it to ages such as 110. Their Nigburs scoffed, those emperors of the divine. They knew those foolishly materialistic birds could not possibly understand their true purpose in the universe. God was on the side of those who hated materialists, after all. Humiliation after humiliation followed, where my people were used in foreign wars, had their new colonies taken away from them, brave colonists literally eaten as delicacies in certain worlds. The birds' hearts gradually hardened, and they began to view aliens with the contempt they so richly deserved. The hatred grew, and the people grew stronger from it. One day, a neighboring empire, a race of disgusting fungoids, had their fleet annihilated in a short-lived war with an impossibly powerful ancient empire. Quickly taking advantage of their weakened status, my people quickly turned them into tributaries. The bounty of materials allowed a new phase of expansion for my people, and we colonized 3 new planets. Suddenly, they had become a great power in their local area. The religious kings nearby, now the undisputed superpower of the galaxy, continued to ignore them. After all, they were but a gnat in comparison to the territorial holdings of the great empire. They were soon proven wrong, as in a few short years a massive construction of habitats was implemented across my people's nation. Billions of souls now rested in space, enough to even match the population and might of the divine empire. My people continued to advance, their knowledge of cybernetics second to none. Soon, they had a breakthrough. Implants could increase their efficiency to the point where they would become the superpower. After a brief teething period, it was done. Every man, woman and child was equipped with the implants. The divine empire was horrified, quickly declaring an unprovoked war. But this was not the same bird people as before. Now, their vengeance was at hand. They crushed the forces of the false emperor, casting him down, and taking his holdings for themselves. The long-lived creatures were quickly enslaved, forced to watch their once great empire coalpasing into feuding chiefdoms. Soon, the bird race began to challenge even the ancient empires, building ring worlds, Dyson spheres, and even an sensory array that let them see the entire galaxy. Furthermore, they discovered a way to store their minds into an immortal body of steel. This would not stand, the ancient empires decided, immediately declaring war on the innocent birds. Once again, they were quickly crushed, thousand-year-old empires grinded into the dust of history. Now, there were only the birds, mechanical gods of the galaxy, encased in empty, undying shells. Every other race was dead, killed in revenge for their cruelty and their arrogance. A foreign invader came, a biological hive mind from another galaxy. They too were quickly crushed, and their worlds burned into ashes. The gods built a ring world at the center of the galaxy, to remind those fledgling races, just coming into space travel, of the folly of those who came before, then retreated back the edge of the galaxy, content to explore the mysteries of the universe within their massive ring worlds. Time would only tell if the newer races will make the same mistake. TLDR, get this game, the stories you create will make you addicted. Please send help.